next episode, or the current episode of Drinking and Thinking. We're playing Mega Man Legends. We're playing on the PlayStation 3. They just released it today.
Yeah, so that way you could date when we recorded this.
They released it today. We weren't able to begin downloading it until 9 o'clock or so. So,
yeah, it's a little weird. It came out at a weird time for us on the Eastern, time zones.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Mega Man Legends, not the original disc, but it is a legal copy of the game, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
We haven't played this. We haven't played this since it was originally released on the PlayStation. We rented it at Blockbuster.
We rented it on the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64, Mega Man 64.
Oh yeah. And I don't think we made it very far in either copy. The physical copy on the PlayStation was scratched, and we couldn't get past the first town.
If I remember right, there was a fight with someone who's kind of flying above you.
Yeah, we get to that fight, and we would freeze up. When we get past that fight, we couldn't leave the town, all kinds of stuff. I guess we might have talked a little bit about the game. Mega Man Legends is... you really can't call it a part of the original series of Mega Man, but at the same time, you play as Mega Man.
Yeah.
But it's
actually, I don't know, I was reading that while we were talking just now. That was a pretty cool little story. We're like these mercenaries that go and look for the old technology and power.
Yeah, because this story takes place well after the events, I'm pretty sure after the events of Mega Man X.
I believe it is like technically in canon the furthest ahead of everybody else.
So it's like... Anyways, I just started thinking we could reload our save from 20 years ago, but that's not gonna happen. It's more of a it's more of akin to like Evolution from the Dreamcast. You go into like dungeons and you find old technology and bring it back to town and stuff like that. But you play as Mega Man and it's cool 3D. Your character looks cool. You don't have a helmet, unfortunately, but still look pretty cool. And everything is just kind of like the updated version, like the logical evolution of the Mega Man series that for some reason never went anywhere. We got a sequel, but we never played that.
Yeah. Unless it gets released on the PlayStation Network, we're never playing that, because I'm not going to see it.
Well, The Misadventures of Trombone is on PlayStation Network, so you never know. They might release it one day.
So, our topic for today is digital copies versus physical copies of games. And this game is quite frankly perfect for that discussion.
It is perfect for that discussion. And why don't we go ahead and talk about what we're drinking now that we know what we're thinking about?
Yes, the cocktail we're drinking, we got this on the Drunken Moogle website, and as usual, I'll leave this on the description discussing
the drink. Drunken Moogle is a great website for making little cocktails where you play video games.
Yeah, and this is an X-Buster. Perfect drink for technically they're not playing Mega Man X, but, close enough. We have the volume down. We don't know what they're saying right now.
Don't know what they're saying. We're going to try to turn on subtitles as soon as we can.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because our microphone, we're recording this while we're playing it, and our microphone has, it's a little sensitive, so it picks up the TV like instantaneously. I don't think we can turn on
subtitles. It doesn't look like there's subtitles.
Well, we're just going to have to play this game again, so there you go. Anyway, the drink is called an X-Buster. It is made with 2 parts gin, 1 part blue curacao, and some lemon lime soda and ice, and a maraschino cherry. It's delicious.
This game was made before twin sticks, so I can't control the camera with my other joystick.
Yeah. Alright, so you should be able to take this guy out of your buster gun.
Let's see, R2 to lock on the nearest target. Oh, God, no!
It's a 2-button to win. I don't think that's a target. Oh, there you go. Alright. So, yeah. Digital copies versus physical copies. They both have their pros and cons.
Yeah, this is gonna be probably our first one that we're not like completely one-sided on. You know.
Yeah, normally we kind of take a hard line stance on everything we talk about. We're not gonna do that in this one now. I want to talk about physical copies and a lot of their pros and cons first. Namely, I want to talk about the older games, the Super Nintendo, Nintendo games. You get a lot of Super Nintendo and Nintendo games on Wii and Wii U in the virtual stores. But, you know, the physical copies, I don't know, something about them with the older games in particular, I really like the way they look on the shelf, you know.
They look great. They're definitely much better for collecting. I mean, you can't collect the digital copy. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you have it. I mean, we have a lot of digital copy of Nintendo, Super Nintendo games. But when you have it on the shelf, it just looks nice. It looks like you have a trophy over there. I mean, we have a bunch of Nintendo and Super Nintendo and Genesis games on the shelf over there, and they just look nice. But, so, looks, you know, obviously, physical copies kind of went out on. You know, you can point to your collection and say, oh, there's my collection of games. And, you know, and in value, they have a lot better value than like a digital copy. But that's the other edge, that's the double-edged sword. You have to pay a lot to play some of those games. In particular, Earthbound, we got, you know, it's sitting in the Retron 5 right now. And it's like a $200 game, just with a cartridge.
And that fluctuates sometimes.
Sometimes more, sometimes less. We picked it up a long time ago, well, a real long time ago, but we picked it up and it was like $60. That was a great deal on our part.
Yeah, and yeah, the physical games, especially the older ones, they become rare. You know, people lose them, people destroy them.
Yeah.
People want to collect them, they don't play them. You know.
Now there is a workaround, and it only exists for us in the United States because of the Retron 5. And that Retron 5 is going to be a whole topic one day. We're going to do a whole episode just about Retron 5. But we have Chrono Trigger. We don't have the American Chrono Trigger because it's extremely expensive, and it's actually not very easy to find. At least not like unless you go on eBay. But we have the Japanese Chrono Trigger with Retron 5. We patched it, and we have the original Woolsey translation on there. And we're able to play the game that we love so much, and we only paid like $5 for it. So, you know, if you get Japanese games, you got Retron 5, you can have quite a collection for just a few $100s. You can have a massive collection of games, which we do. We have a bunch of Japanese games.
And that's the interesting thing to think about is that the Retron 5, and we're not really talking about it today, but that game, that system takes the ROM and dumps it onto the system and then emulates it from there.
Yeah, it emulates the system.
So you need the original copy of the game, but it's kind of a blurry line almost. Like,
yeah.
So
don't destroy that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe not. It looks like something that we can jump onto. Maybe later you can push things. That also uses currency.
We're actually kind of, it's been so long since we played the game that we're actually a little bit kind of relearning the game to some degree. So that's why, me in particular, probably won't be talking a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Because he's got the controls, I don't. So, this is going to be my show today. Anyway, yeah, so the one of the pros, of course, is, like I said, with physical copies, you got the game, it's on the shelf, it looks nice. And that's not just the old games, too. PlayStation 2 games, they look phenomenal. We have the entire Wild Arms series and the entire Suikoden series, so we got a bunch of PlayStation and PlayStation 2 games. You know, Suikoden, that's another one that's expensive. That's another $200 game right there, depending on what condition everything's in. For a while, Final Fantasy VII went ridiculously high prices. It was a short period of time, but I remember seeing Final Fantasy VII copies going for like $1,000. Those were sealed, but still. But now that's gone down, mainly due to the prevalence of digital copies of Final Fantasy VII. And Suikoden, I think, went down a little bit. Suikoden 2 went down a little bit when its digital version was available on PlayStation Network, but not as much as Final Fantasy did. I don't know what that was about with Final Fantasy. That might have been a fluke one day when the prices went berserk. But if you, games like Suikoden, they're not easy to get a hold of. No one wants to spend that much money. We bought it a while back when it wasn't that pricey, and so some people don't want to spend that much money, and I can totally understand that. I do not blame people for not wanting to buy these expensive games. And the digital copies are cheap, and for the most part, except for new digital copies.
Right, that's what we were talking about earlier, but this game in particular, have you talked about how expensive this game is?
I believe it can go for like 100 plus, right?
Yeah, and we got it for $9.99.
Yeah, I think you can get just a disc for $30. I think. But anyone who buys just a PlayStation disc is usually in for a bad time, because the PlayStation discs were notoriously easy to scratch.
Which is what happened to us when we played this game when it originally came out.
And also what happened to one of our copies of Suikoden 2. We've had 2 copies of Suikoden 2, which is insane. So, it's not, that's one reason why digital copies are superior. They're not going to scratch.
You're never going to scratch, and as long as you're careful with your accounts and things,
well, once you downloaded it, as long as you don't lose that hard drive, you have that game on that hard drive for a very long time. If it's an actual hard disk drive and not a solid state drive, you'll have it for hundreds of years. Solid states will burn out after 20 years or, disappear. It might be 30 years.
Right. If you have a Steam account, though, transfers to your various computers. If you bought it from Amazon, for Xbox Live, as long as you keep your account handy, it keeps it on the cloud. Same thing with PlayStation Network, and I don't know about the Nintendo Wii, possibly the Wii U, but I don't know about the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
But you just re-download the game as long as it's on your account.
Yeah.
And they kind of make sure that it's not like downloading it on 2 separate systems, so 2 different people are playing it, but you'll be able to re-download the game.
Yeah. So that's a definite pro digital copies have, is they're not going to break on you. Now, there are problems that you'll occasionally run into with newer systems trying to play older games. And it was actually mostly just the Xbox 360 with the original Xbox games, because they actually emulated them, that's another thing that will probably be talked about one day, is the reluctance these newer systems have with backwards compatibility. Because Xbox 360 did emulate the original Xbox and played those games, and PlayStation 3 played PlayStation 1 and 2 games originally, but later on was just PlayStation 1. Anyway, some original Xbox games on the 360, even if you downloaded them to their Xbox Arcade, wherever, had problems. It didn't work quite right because, there were just tricky things about the game. So sometimes, every once in a while, a digital copy can be flawed in some way. There's a lot of different reasons why that can be though.
Yeah, there's definitely certain problems with the digital copies.
Sometimes the sound's not quite right, sometimes something's off.
Well, I would like to point out something about today. This game was released today. But digital releases, they don't really work the same way as physical releases. You can buy a game at midnight at your local game store and take it home and play it. But if you're playing on a digital release, especially on the PlayStation, you've got to go off of, I believe, a specific time, which means that for us, you have to wait till 3 a.m. to download it. In this particular case, they didn't update the PlayStation Network store, so we weren't able to download it till 9 o'clock. This was my day off, and I I didn't get to play the game because they never released it.
Yeah, so that was a problem. So, they're not perfect anyway. I do think I probably have a slight more preference for physical copies over digital copies, but it doesn't mean that I'm against digital things. Our Steam account is monstrous in size.
It is monstrous in size. We got a lot of games from Humble Bundle, and I think for the longest time I was thinking, my digital games, I don't play them as much as my physical games, but I think that might be because the physical games that I own are all games that I like to play.
Right.
My digital games that I own, I got them from deals, I got them from bundles. I didn't really want a lot of those games, so I have them, but I never played them.
Right. There are a few, though, that there are exceptions to that rule, mainly being the MOBAs and stuff like that. We play those.
I play a lot of digital games, and I know that we're playing a lot of this game. And we play a lot of Harvest Moon and all.
Yeah, we have a digital version of Harvest Moon for PlayStation.
And a lot of our Wii games that we own from the Virtual Console games that we own digitally, we really wanted those games, so we keep playing them. So I don't think it's necessarily that we own it physically, so we're a little bit more inclined to actually play it, as much as it's just we actually want the game, so we're actually playing it.
Right. And there are a lot of physical games that we have in our collection that we haven't even played yet.
Like Mad Max, Max Payne 2.
Yeah, Max Payne 2.
Future Tactics on the Xbox.
VeggieTales? We have VeggieTales over there.
Yeah, that's we don't have that.
We have American Chopper 2 over there.
American Chopper 2, we have Alpha Protocol. We didn't really get into that game too much.
I see. Yeah, we have a bunch of games that we haven't played. We own them. We haven't played them. We got them through packages and bundles and stuff. We bought lots of games, so we stick them in the corner. We never play them. On Nintendo, we got Willow over there in box. Haven't even put that in the thing yet.
Now, that's the rule, right? You want the game, then you play it, regardless if it's digital or physical. So, do you prefer one or the other? And it comes from, and it gotta make you think of what do you want out of it? Like when I want a physical game, I want it to look good on a shelf as a trophy. But the newer games, they don't even have manuals. They don't have anything. Now Bethesda's the exception to that rule. They have maps. CD Projekt Red came with a poster. They actually added stuff when you bought the game.
Yeah.
But a lot of these other games that are I don't know, sports games or something, they don't have anything with them. Yeah, I don't see a reason to buy the physical version.
And there are collector's editions too, and that's a whole other animal. If we're going to compare collector's editions to collector's editions, nowadays they're probably a little bit more involved, with the exception of possibly working designs. They did a really good job back in the day with Lunar and Lunar 2, which we had both of those collector editions complete, and I am so excited to own them. They look beautiful. But if you compare it to that Pip-Boy edition of Fallout 4, that's another really good collector's edition. I wish I had got pre-ordered in time, but I didn't. So, when you talk about so there are still good, like you're saying, good things that look good on the shelf as far as physical copies go, and I wouldn't say that it's a thing that's new or even different, actually, because I wouldn't want Madden 94 on the shelf in a complete box. I don't really care enough about it that I want a complete box on the shelf.
Right, but then we get into the problem of digital releases of games that don't cost any less than the physical release.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are they saying that the physical release is brought as a favor to everyone? Are they taking a loss? Are they losing money every time they sell physical? I don't think that's the case. It might be, but I don't think it's the case. And Yet the digital version is the exact same price. You
Yeah.
can get you can actually spend over $100 on a digital release of a game. You get nothing but the game for over $100.
Yeah.
You get the expansions, like the new maps for Call of Duty and stuff like that. But
Yeah, and that's weird. And there are actually times when you can buy the game new for less than what you get on digital, because the digital price never comes down.
I think I gotta go over there. I think that's the dungeon.
Okay.
I think I went the wrong way. What were we saying?
But yeah, the digital price never really comes down. Or if it does, it comes down very slowly. What license to do what? Pray tell.
Dude, dig.
Alright, whatever. You and your government. Anyway,
Let's see, count box.
yeah, the Class B license? Jesus.
Mega Man. Who's gonna tell Mega Man
Yeah,
what to
no
do?
kidding. But anyway,
The robot masters tried to tell Mega Man what to do, and they had all died hundreds of years ago.
I'm trying to think what the game was. It might be it's Dragon's Crown. Dragon Crown on PSN is still kind of pricey. It's not, I mean, depending on what kind of good game.
To town.
That's straight on the nose. So, yeah, the game might be really good. I haven't played it yet. I really want to play it. But it's like $35 or something like that on PSN. And you could buy the game brand new in a physical copy for like $29 on Amazon. And so that makes absolutely no sense.
Oh shit! I jumped. Yeah, and I think Call of Duty 2 for the Xbox 360 is still like $20.
Now, this is not.
That's like a 10-year-old game now.
Yeah. That's not a big deal on PCs. PCs, the price falls dramatically on digital copies.
Yeah, you find games that are that old for like $5.99, and then sometimes you get a deal and they're 99 cents.
Yeah, and we paid like $10 for the complete Fallout New Vegas package where it had everything.
Yeah, I
It's
paid.
regularly $20. We got it on sale.
I think we paid 60 cents for Civilization 3.
Yeah,
We paid 99 cents or $1.99 for The Witcher 1.
yeah.
You know, that these. I'm not saying that games should only be $1 or games should be free. That's completely ridiculous. That's the dumbest thing ever. But I think that at a certain point, you gotta recognize that people are not gonna pay that much for a digital game.
Yeah.
Especially when those games, the physical versions of those games, are cheaper.
Yeah, I understand when a game first comes out, maybe only be slightly cheaper than the physical version. It's just will always be slightly cheaper. But after like a while, you gotta drop that price because it loses value rapidly. And but for whatever reason, on the consoles they never drop the price. It's crazy.
Yeah, anyways, I think that's actually a problem with the digital releases of the games. I think the prices don't get updated properly or fast enough, and so the physical copies, some of them, the rare, the ones that are actually collectible, the ones that become rare, increase in price, and you know you can't go off of that because there's a never-ending supply of digital, right? As long as someone's paying for the servers to host it, let you download it, you'll always be able to sell the game.
Yeah.
Like the ones that become rare, you don't know where the game's going to come from, who owns it, who's going to sell it. So that's why the prices go up on that. But they go down because there's so many of them.
Right.
So a digital copy should certainly start going down after a while.
Yeah. And, you know, shoot, the last track of thought, the alcohol started to slightly kick in.
It's some strong stuff. Have you gone into like what's in it?
Yeah. I actually made a double. I didn't make, like what I said, I didn't make that. I made more. And so it's a bigger drink than what I described. It's also got this amazing blue color that's almost, actually now I'm pulling up to the screen, identical to the color of Mega Man's armor. Blue Curacao is basically blue food dye and triple sec. So if you ever had triple sec, that's what blue Curacao tastes like, which is like a bunch of blue color.
Yeah, and this is okay. So now we're finally made it to the town. This is like my favorite part of this game. It reminds me so much of like Final Fantasy VII, like the Wall Market.
Yeah, it's like a cross between Wall Market and outside is like Xenogears or something like that.
It's definitely like you know, it like an action RPG.
Yeah.
You know, it's got like character advancement. Like I'm gonna say this, like Perk's Adventures. I'm not sure if anyone knows what that game is, but it's like a Zelda like RPG with made by LucasArts. Anyways, it's you know, you buy things, you buy items to increase your stats and capabilities. So that's the RPG element of it.
Yeah.
It's money, you buy things with it, and you just kind of talk to people throughout the town. And this lets you explore the Mega Man world like the original games never did.
Yeah.
So still love those games.
Yeah, definitely. Now I remember what I was gonna say. Okay, so we're talking about, you know, digital copies on PC go down so much faster, and you know it's much more realistic amount of money that they want for it. Here's the bad thing about PCs, and that is physical copies of games are really hard to play on your computer a few years after it comes. You know, and the further it goes out, the harder it is to play.
Yeah, it is. They're not well. A lot of games, the physical games, aren't particularly updated.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of abandoned. That's why you gotta get the physical game on a computer, is because you can't get it digitally.
Yes. With the exception of Grand Old Games, they do get a lot of those old games and put them on there, and they update them so you can play them perfectly on your new PC. Some games like Septerra Core, it's an RPG, it's on the PC. It's old. It's so old that you can't play it on your new PCs. It just physically won't work. But the Septerra Core they have on Grand Old Games does work. They updated it and made it work. And so, you know, some old PC games you simply can't play. And if you got the console, whatever console it goes to, you can play any old console game. You know, or if you get, like I said, Retron 5, brand new console, will play all those old games. But yeah, that's
another PC game that we have that does not work is Vampire the Masquerade.
Right.
And it's definitely a process. And then I have some old DOS games, but you've got to use DOSBox, and then you got to use like Windows emulators for like SimTower.
Right.
It's a hard process to play. And it's a physical copy of the game, but you can't play it. I don't know. No.
She wants you to find her husband. He's the one that has the parts for your ship.
Yes. Interest of the Cave.
Yeah, Interest of the Cave.
I think he also runs the shop, and then you can upgrade your health bar.
Yeah, you upgrade all your stuff, which...
The only thing that we did in this game was is a secret thing you can do.
Turn yourself black.
Oh, we want to do it? Or?
I think we should do it. Is it kicking the trash cans, or is it kicking the vending machines?
You kick the vending machines, and I think the trash cans too, I think.
You gotta kick it for a while. I don't remember what it is.
I know the vending machines for sure. The problem with that is it actually breaks the...
And you can't go in right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta do something.
Oh, I think you kick the dog. No? Okay, maybe not.
You kick something. You kick it so many times that your armor turns black.
Pretty sure it's the vending machines. Yeah. Your armor turns like dark black or dark blue.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool, but the more I play play the Mega Man games, the more I like his actual armor color
Yeah.
too. So.
Actually, this game we played this game before we played very much the regular Mega Man. We played Mega Man X.
We played Mega Man X.
And I think we beat Mega Man before we played this game.
And we played Mega Man 8 as well, and then we also played this game.
Yeah. So anyway, we talked some of the pros and cons about digital and physical copies. Another pretty big pro to digital copies is availability. It's not just the price; it's just that it's easy to get. Usually now, it's not always easy to get some of these older games. There's not very many of them. Some of them don't sell very well. And that this way you can experience some of these games that you just can't find. Now, eBay you can usually find a lot of games where you pay for that. You pay dearly for that usually. And but there are some games you just simply can't find on eBay that you can find a digital copy of. And so that's another pro that digital copies have over physical. But physical copies also have the pro of being a part of history, and more than just because it's old or something like that. It's because when you get a physical copy used, you know somebody else owned that at one point. Somebody else had their memories tied into that.
Yeah, and even if your game you've owned for a long time, then that's yours. Those memories you had with that game, that particular copy.
Right. I'm trying to think if we have anything over there that has been ours for a long time. I mean, like if we brought brand new. No. Final Fantasy VII, I think. Is that ours? Final Fantasy VII?
Well, that was the first one we ever bought.
Right.
When we played it beat the first time, we rented it.
That's true. Yeah. But that was brand new when we bought it. And I think that possibly that Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon was ours. I don't know if it's Skies of Arcadia. It's the same one.
No, because that one broke. But so yeah, only a few of these games are ones that we bought and had from the beginning. Except for the newer ones, obviously, like the Xbox 360 games, those are all original. But the older ones, a lot of those aren't ours originally, and they had other people's memories tied to them, and it's interesting to own, something that someone else had fun with as well. We have some copies already in their rental copies. Copies that came from like a rental store that that were in our town.
Yeah, still have the tags on them. Or some of them still have the like people's names are written on them. And I don't like wiping those off because that's the whole point of having the physical copy, right? I don't want to take that away from them. It was their game, now it's mine, but
it was there first.
It was there first, so kind of respect that.
Yeah, and generally speaking, if there's a save on there, that
if it's an RPG or something like that, and there's multiple saves on the cartridge, we keep one at least for sure.
Yeah, we usually keep at least one that has someone else's name on it. It's a I'm not really sure what you could call it, like an homage to them. It's just something we keep, and it's really interesting, and it's something that you can only get with a physical copy. And that's like the big deal. And that really actually only applies to cartridge-based games because it doesn't apply to the CD-based games as far as that goes. That people do write their names on it, and you can think about who has had it before. But as far as the saves goes, that's a cartridge-based thing.
Yeah.
And we do actually have a memory card that we found on the roadside. And I think we kept one of the first saves.
Well, it was all they had was sports saves and Crash Bandicoot, so we saved the Crash Bandicoot save.
Yeah. And it's interesting. It's something to think about. We don't know whose it was, but we found it one day. It was deep in the dirt, really, and so we better take it home and see if it works, and it does, which is crazy. And so that's just something that you don't give a digital copy, and so that's also a con for digital copies. It's
extremely not personal.
It's very impersonal, and there's really nothing you can do about that. This game is awesome. I really like playing it right now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like.
But at the same time, I know it's not the original copy.
Yeah, I do see myself one day getting the original copy. I don't know how to get up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'm not supposed to get up there right now.
Maybe I don't even know if we're supposed to finish this dungeon right now.
Probably not.
But yeah, it does make me want to buy the original copy, which kind of perpetrates to the problem that the price might go up if there's less copies out there. And we're not the type that buys to sell ever again.
Yeah, and I guess that is another problem with digital. Is that
roll over there?
Oh yeah, it is roll. Is that one day potentially there will only be digital copies of games, so there will be no buying the original copy or buying the physical copy.
Right.
And I don't particularly care for that. That's for sure. I just don't. Because there's always that worry that something's not going to work right. Your account isn't going to load properly, or someone's going to forget to save something somewhere, and then all of a sudden your game is gone.
Yeah.
And so there's a worry. I don't know whether or not if there's any need to worry about that, but one thing's for certain is that there will be a lot fewer trophies on the wall.
Right. And so it's one of those issues where it's really kind of hard to come down on either side as being the absolute right side.
However, that does bring up to some degree, brings up the concept of bringing back cartridges or having some sort of token to have a semblance of existence in the physical sense for these digital games. And so that brings up the Retron 5, not the Retron 5, well yeah, the Retron 5, but also the Retro VGS, which I don't know if anyone's been following that.
Yeah, that has been an interesting journey so far, and I'm looking forward to finding out what happens from this point.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see where it goes from here. But there's that, right? So you have the potential of people wanting to create physical versions of games where you can give her a fake name.
That's weird.
I remember looking at it, I was like, I don't think I've ever given her that name.
Yeah. It'd be weird not to tell you your real name.
And then there's also there's a subscription service. We may have mentioned it in one of our videos, but it is, I think, IndieBox, I think is what it's called. And in IndieBox, you can get an independent game once a month in a physical form. It's like on a little USB, like a flash drive, and it comes with like a manual.
Yeah.
Just little things like that would come in a regular case.
It comes with like little items and stuff.
So as much as there's that fear that one day there'll be no physical things, but as long as there are people who want the physical release, someone's gonna make something for them.
Yeah, and there's
So I don't think that that's ever going to be a feature.
and there's homebrews too.
And if it really came down to it, if you were the only one that wanted it, I'm sure there's a way you can come up with and just make it for yourself.
Yeah.
Take the game and get it on a physical cartridge and get it onto a physical system and play the game. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be a lot more difficult than that dystopian future I just came up with.
Yeah.
Where you have to do it all yourself. But it's always an option. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go. I haven't been paying attention.
No, you haven't. I think I talked to Roll now. I think that drunk seller gave you something.
He said I had to look for the parts myself.
Really? I need to pass me like.
And I talked to the mayor.
Yeah. I think you in the papers. Did he give you a citizenship license or something?
Maybe that.
Yeah. We'll probably end up just starting over and playing that way. We're not doing the podcast.
But I think we've talked a great deal about.
Yeah, I think
We've listed the pros and cons and the.
we said at the beginning that we don't really have a hard line stance on this. It's not something we both are great. We own a lot of digital games.
We own a lot of physical games.
I think our physical collection is around $4,000 worth of games right now. Somewhere in there.
I think our digital Steam account is worth like $900. So I guess in that sense we have more physical games.
But our physical games are more expensive.
So yeah. But we probably also have more physical games.
But that doesn't mean that we don't, like our digital games that we have. Especially the ones we have on like new ones, like PlayStation 4, Rocket League Racing. Is that what it's called? Rocket League? That game is phenomenal. And I think it's only digital. I don't know if there is physical release. That game is one of my favorite games so far out on the PlayStation 4. Maybe not most favorite. I do love Mortal Kombat, Evolve, and Final Fantasy Zero, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, and there's great things about physical games, great things about the digital games. We don't really see a problem either way, I guess.
Yeah, so it wasn't this is not one of our most controversial episodes where we thought, oh, fuck physical games or fuck digital games. We like them both. We think people should just enjoy what they enjoy because it's all good.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the most controversial statement is that we're not on either side, so potentially make enemies on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, that might be true actually, but it doesn't really matter because everyone's enjoying the games. That's all that matters. That you enjoy the games you want to play. So if you prefer digital games because of its cheapness, general cheapness. I'm going to say general cheapness because there are some games that are not quite cheaper than others. General cheapness, availability, and it doesn't take up shelf space. I mean, really, I have to get more shelves. Right now, I have so many games that are just in a crate because I don't have shelf space for them. So I gotta get more shelves. And digital games don't take up shelf space.
No, they don't, but they do take up hard drive space.
Which is expensive.
Which is why I'm glad they have clouds, because we have probably hundreds of games waiting in the clouds, waiting for us to download them again because we have to uninstall them.
Yeah. And so that's the other one. The people who like physical games, well, I don't want to spend $100 or more on terabyte hard drives, and or I want to be able to look at my games on the shelves. It's like, yeah, that's fine, do it. We do both. We have a lot of games, so you should enjoy either one or both or none, I guess. But I don't really know why you're watching this video.
Yeah. However,
we got a citizenship card. All right. Rockin'. I think we're going to stop here, though, for two reasons. One, Because I don't want to go any further in this podcast without paying attention to what we're doing in this game.
Yeah, because we're approaching the area where we've never seen beyond.
And I actually kind of just want to start over.
Yeah. So the other thing is though, while we're doing our closing out of the video, I think I know what we're going to talk about in a upcoming video, and that is like maybe the evolution of games and their controls, because I'm playing this game and it was obviously made before the second joystick or any joysticks on the PlayStation, and that means turning is awful. Not awful, but it's just like you can't use your joystick to turn, and there's the auto targeting function,
right?
Which a lot of people have recently kind of talking about their older games that have auto targeting, like Legend of Zelda, and how that's not a good game mechanic, but that is something that is something that was improved with time. And a lot of people say that the older games are always better, and the new games suck, and so I think new versus old games should be a video in the future.
New versus old, yeah. Is it tank controls? Is it like Resident Evil? Oh no. Well, you seem to be able to turn a little bit while you're running. Is that?
Oh, because it's R1 and L1 that turn left and right.
Oh.
And R2.
See, Resident Evil, I think you have to be dead still to turn.
Yeah, Resident Evil's terrible.
Yeah.
But
just terrible. We got a green meter now. We need a restart because I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention a whole lot, so.
This is a good spot to stop it, also, because we're not going to go on anymore with the save. We'll just leave it.
So.